And that's the top development here. Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu now holds meetings with the top government ministers and leader of the opposition to break the deadlock. The Rajya Sabha Chairman urges both the government and the opposition leaders to collectively resolve the present stalemate in the parliament. Venkaiah Naidu met with the government ministers on Monday. In fact, Naidu has discussed the stalemate in the House with leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, after the first adjournment of the House today. Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu now intervening, holding meetings with the ministers as well as the opposition leader to try and end the stalemate. 3 weeks of the monsoon session completely washed out, with the opposition mounting pressure on the government over Pegasus Snoopgate, farm laws and rising fuel prices. And now the parliament is witnessing continued ruckus over Snoopgate. Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu has warned unruly MPs for creating ruckus and raising slogans, adding that nobody can really blame the chair or dictate terms to it. Similar scenes were also witnessed in the Lok Sabha, where opposition MPs protested, leading to adjournment of the House. Earlier today, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi chaired a meeting of 15 opposition parties over breakfast at Delhi's Constitution Club. At the meeting, Rahul Gandhi has stressed on uniting forces and joining hands. But that seems, in fact, a little elusive here, since the BSP and AAP both skipped Rahul's meeting there, where 15 out of the 17 parties attended. Parties that attended the meeting included TMC, NCP, Shiv Sena, SP, DMK, RJD, CPI and CPIM. The huddle was aimed at strategizing on the opposition's Pegasus Snoopgate attack. Opposition parties have been demanding a probe and a discussion in the parliament over the Snoopgate. Government has called it a non-issue, have refused to discuss the matter, says wants to debate on COVID first. After Nitish Kumar, Jitan Ram Manchi has now also demanded investigation on the Pegasus issue.
That we unite this voice. The more this voice unites, the more powerful this voice will become and the more difficult it will become for the BJP to suppress it and the RSS to suppress it. We of course have slightly different perspectives on the world. We come from different states, we come from different ideas. But I think we should develop a foundation of unity. And then within that foundation of unity, we can have a few discussions and few arguments where we disagree with each other. But I think it is important that now we start to come up with the principles of the foundation of this unity.
बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में पैसा बर्बाद हो रहा है। लोगों के जो पैसा से ये चलता है, लोकसभा और लोकतंत्र, इसका बहुत बड़ा बर्बादी कर रहे हैं। हमने बार बार ये कह रहे, आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ये भी कहा कि शुरू से हम कह रहे हैं हम चर्चा के लिए तैयार हैं और एक माहौल बनाने का कोशिश चल रहा है कि बिल इज ऑफ गवर्नमेंट और बाकी जो है ठीक है, बाकी भी चर्चा हम करने के लिए था, बाकी अपोजिशन का। इट इज नॉट करेक्ट। बिल ऑल्सो बिलोंग्स, द इंटेंशन ऑफ बिल इज टू ईज ऑफ लाइफ, जो गरीब लोगों का कल्याण के लिए।
कोई बात इस पर डिस्कशन के बारे में उनका कोई डेफिनेट सजेशन आया नहीं और फॉल्स प्रोपेगेंडा बाहर कर रहे हैं और वो एक हमेशा सबको झूठ बोलने की उनकी पहले से आदत है, उसको कंटिन्यू रखें।
All right, here's a big development here. Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu holds meetings with the top government ministers and leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha. We're looking at this meeting held only to break the deadlock. Rajya Sabha Chairman urges both the government and the opposition leaders to collectively resolve the present stalemate in the parliament. Venkaiah Naidu met with government ministers on Monday evening. Naidu has discussed the stalemate in the House with the leader of the opposition, the Rajya Sabha, there, Mallikarjun Kharge, after the first adjournment of the House today. Let me cut across to Rahul Srivastav, joining us for more detail on that. Rahul, take us through. Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, Venkaiah Naidu, now intervening, asking for top government ministers as well as the opposition there to end this deadlock. 3 weeks on, and we're looking at the monsoon sessions almost washed out.
See, the productivity of Parliament has really gone down in this session. In the first 3 weeks, the estimate is that only 14% business transacted in Lok Sabha. That's the productivity rate. And the productivity rate of Rajya Sabha may be slightly better, but it's just 21%. Only 15.3% time allocated has been used up for legislations. Something or nearly 100 hours of special mention, 0 hour and others has been lost. Now, in money terms, each second costs a huge amount to organize a parliament session. And the estimate is that over 133 crore has been lost. So Rajya Sabha chairman, who has been trying to restore normalcy and end the political logjam in Rajya Sabha over the last few days on the floor of the House, has started holding meetings. He held a meeting with Rajnath Singh, Defence Minister, Home Minister Amit Shah, Prahlad Joshi, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, and Piyush Goyal, the leader of the House in Rajya Sabha, and urged the government that it needs to open dialogue with the opposition and ensure that collectively there is an end to the logjam. Right after the first disruption today, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu met Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, the leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha, to convey a similar message. The crisis is that the opposition is adamant, have discussion on Pegasus, on its conditions. The government says it's a manufactured issue, and only the statement made by Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, the mighty minister, is enough. Given these two strident positions by the two government and the opposition, there is no meeting point. What Mr. Venkaiah Naidu has said, that find a common ground, resolve the crisis soonest.
Our leaders pay heed to that. We're looking at 3 weeks on, barely any productivity. Rahul, thank you very much for your inputs on that. Now, the opposition is, of course, trying to corner the Modi government on fuel price rise. Opposition leaders, led by the Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, put a united front in their protest, staged a cycle march from the Constitution Club to the Parliament. They're now protesting against the rise in fuel prices. Rahul had earlier chaired an opposition huddle, and from that meeting, many leaders joined in Rahul's cycle protest. Last week, Rahul Gandhi had driven a tractor outside the Parliament on the same route, supporting the protesting farmers, asking the Modi government to take back the 3 new farm laws.
As far as the fuel price is concerned, the people of India are struggling. They are struggling with the amount of money they have to pay for their cars. So I thought symbolically, if we go from here to Parliament on cycles, it would have an interesting impact. It would have a media impact as well, and people would see that the opposition feels the pain of the fuel prices.
This is a big symbolic march, a cycle march after a tractor rally which Rahul Gandhi took up.
Yes, because देश में मोदी है तो महंगाई है.
तो आज राहुल गांधी फ्रंट पे हैं और आपके चेहरे पर मुस्कान है.
अरे क्यों नहीं, देखिए आज कितने सारे ऑपोजिशन सारे लीडर इकट्ठा हो गए हैं राहुल जी की सुबह की ब्रेकफास्ट की दावत पर. और सारे कुल मिला के जितने सारे विपक्षी दल होते सब आज ये सौगंध खाते हुए ये कहा कि अगले दिन मोदी सरकार के खिलाफ हमारा जंग तेज होगी, हमारा संघर्ष तेज होगी, और हिंदुस्तान की जो बुनियादी सत्ता है, हमारा जो संविधान है, ये संविधान को बचाने के लिए.
दादा ये बताइए, ममता बनर्जी हो, अरे ममता दीदी होंगी लीडर की या राहुल गांधी होंगे विपक्ष के?
देखिए आज लीडर
बनर्जी कह रहे ममता दीदी है लीडर.
नहीं, ऐसा कोई नहीं कहा. हम सब मिल के लड़ेंगे, यही कहा आज.
मिल के लड़ेंगे. Think you opposition will be able to march till 2024 together?
I think the nation will march together to throw this government out.
Do you think Rahul Gandhi can be the uniting force?
The Congress will definitely be the uniting force and the fulcrum for a change in this country.
Not sure about Rahul Gandhi.
Rahul Gandhi is the desired leader of the Congress party.
जनता का ही संदेश है कि आज आप ये साइकिल यात्रा देख रही हैं. एक अहंकारी सरकार जिसने अपने गुरूर में पूरे देश का तहस नहस कर दिया, उस सरकार के खिलाफ जनता के बिगुल का संदेश.
अच्छा,
आज सारे विभिन्न विपक्षी दल एक साथ आए. हम सभी ने उस समय ये निर्णय लिया कि सदन को ये सरकार बंद करके रख रही है. विपक्षी दल यही चाहता है कि लोगों की जो आक्रोश है वो हम सड़क तक लेके जाएंगे.
Now, amid the showdown in the Parliament over Snoopgate, Prime Minister Modi chaired a high-level BJP Parliamentary Party meeting. Prime Minister lashed out at the opposition for their repeated disruption and not letting the Parliament function. Attacking the opposition, this In fact, he said opposition's continuous disruption in both houses is really an insult to the parliament, the constitution, democracy, as well as to the public. In earlier parliamentary meetings too, the Prime Minister has slammed the Congress for parliament deadlock and also told BJP lawmakers to counter the lies being spread by the opposition. Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, BJP Chief JP Nadda along with other BJP MPs attended this crucial meet. Now, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar will be meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi today, and it's set off some endless speculation on the agenda. Pawar is reportedly meeting with Amit Shah to discuss relief for flood-affected Maharashtra and changing NDRF parameters for the relief. But the timing of this meeting here has really raised eyebrows. Remember, the NCP chief met with Prime Minister Modi last month, and Pawar soon after that meeting, he said that issues of the national interest was discussed and nothing to do with politics. The timing of this meeting with Sharad Pawar and Amit Shah is also now crucial, as it's happening on the day when the opposition has put up a united front, a show of unity at that breakfast meet led by Rahul Gandhi, followed by a cycle protest. NCP's Supriya Sule now was also a part of this breakfast meeting. Kamlesh Sutar, for more on that. Kamlesh, kicked off speculations of whether this is anything to do with some sort of alliance in the future, or maybe the NCP softening its stance when it comes to the BJP. A lot of talk about this kind of friendship amid the Maha-Aghadi rift. Now, while you have NCP member Supriya Sule, who is part of this breakfast meet, which had all opposition parties together fighting, or rather protesting against the government on various issues, including the Pegasus Snoop Gate, here is Sharad Pawar, NCP chief, going to meet with Amit Shah. And this kind of meeting has happened even in the past, and it came at a specific timing of a rift in the Maha-Aghadi alliance partners. What more do we know of this meeting here today? Kamlesh, if you can hear me. All right, we're going to try and patch Kamlesh yet again. We're looking at Sharad Pawar now, NCP chief, going to be meeting with Amit Shah. He's met with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this comes right at a time when the opposition is trying to pose a united front right outside the parliament. Series of protests that they've conducted. All opposition parties are in attendance, even representatives of the NCP. While the NCP chief is meeting with Prime Minister as well as the Home Minister. We have some big news coming in. ED sources claim that they do not know whereabouts of former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. Sources say they are waiting for the Supreme Court's orders today and hoping that Anil Deshmukh will cooperate after that. Enforcement Directorate there had summoned the ex-Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh and his son Hrishikesh Deshmukh for questioning in connection with an alleged money laundering case. The Supreme Court will today hear the former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh's plea seeking protection from any coercive action in the money laundering case. Remember, Anil Deshmukh, a lot of allegations against him of extortion and money laundering. The ED now is probing this case. They say they do not know about the whereabouts of the former Maharashtra Home Minister. Devesh joining us for more details on that. Devesh, I mean, ED not knowing about the whereabouts of the Maharashtra Home Minister says a lot. Where is he? He's not appeared for any of those questionings. Many notices have been left ignored. In fact, the Supreme Court will also be hearing this order today, and ED hopes that Anil Deshmukh will finally cooperate. Any information on his whereabouts?
Nabila, last month India Today had reported that Anil Deshmukh, who had been summoned thrice then, was untraceable. He wasn't, ED was trying to reach him, but he wasn't traceable. They had gone to his residence in Worli, they had gone to his residence in Nagpur, they had even gone to his native in Katol town and his village. But he was not found anywhere. Other than that, his official residence, the Gyaneshwari Bungalow, there also a ED team had gone, but he couldn't be found anywhere. This was when 3 summons were issued to Anil Deshmukh and his son Hrishikesh Deshmukh. Yesterday, that is the 2nd of August, when the fourth summons, as per the fourth summons, Anil Deshmukh and his son Rishikesh Deshmukh had to again fail to appear, and that is why what sources from ED have reiterated what they had said last month itself, that Anil Deshmukh has been untraceable. They couldn't reach Anil Deshmukh. They did not know what was Anil Deshmukh's location, whether he was in Maharashtra, whether he was in Delhi. But yes, yesterday, Inderpal Singh, who's Anil Deshmukh's lawyer, who had come to the Enforcement Directorate office to submit Anil Deshmukh's response to the issued in his name and his son's name, had clearly stated that Anil Deshmukh is not in Mumbai. When asked, he said that Anil Deshmukh was in Delhi. Today, the Supreme Court was going to hear Anil Deshmukh's petition, where he sought protection against any coercive action by the Enforcement Directorate against him and his son in the case of money laundering being probed by the Enforcement Directorate.
Right, thank you very
Nabila?
much, Divyesh, for joining us with those details.